5 seconds remaining.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 4, the Division 1-2 playoffs, as London Conspiracy facing up against BBC in this Game 2 of the best of 3. Currently, LC up 1-0 after a pretty tight game versus BBC in Game 1. We'll see if BBC can bring it to a Game 3, or if they're going to drop 2-0. Here on HeflaTV 1, going to bring you the game. I'm Mike Loris, got HeflaMoke here as well. Man, it was a pretty tight one. Do you think BBC have to switch anything up, or do you think they should just prepare a little bit better for the tanky heroes?
Well, let's see if LC actually goes for a tanky strategy. To be honest, the game, like farming-wise, Balkan Bears was better just because they distributed their heroes better on the map, farmed two jungles, sometimes the enemy ancients, etc. But there were two players who, in my opinion, made like some crucial mistakes, and that was Yapsa on the SK. I think he could have had like 2 or 3 kills more, but sometimes, I don't know, you just have that blink or shift blink issue. And with the Burrow Strike we talked about, also like on the other side we had the Panda making some crucial mistakes in my opinion, but then in the end he kind of changed his role to being like more in the back and then getting his ultimate reliably off instead of waiting till the last or the very last HP to get his ultimate off, which yeah, kind of struck on him when he tried to be, I don't know, fancy with the plays before, because then BBZ just focused him down. And once LC had that, plus the Roshan, plus that bottom lane from there, and it was really just a downward spiral for BBC, unfortunately. Because it looked still even, and till the very last tracks, this game could have gone the other direction. But of course, Pacini with that, without a buyback, that completely sealed the deal.
Alright, so we see very similar bans to the first game, with the exception of Brewmaster being shuffled in there. Wasn't really the most disruptive hero, but I don't really know if BBC want to be banning out a Bristleback. That doesn't seem really like a great way to go. They're going to grab BBC Scarth Mage, so they're not going to be having any shortage of damage, and an Ember Spirit. Miracle played a mean one earlier. We'll see if he can make a repeat, but London Conspiracy opening up with a Lion. First of all, Skanks just played that hero, and it was pretty impressive. And with the Troll Warlord, this is something I've seen them do before. They went for Alchemist Beastmaster. I don't know if that's going to happen again, but you know, that might happen.
Sure, why not? I mean, Beastmaster getting some love, I'm always in for that one, even though it's a damn nasty hero to play against. Like, the Boar is probably the most annoying unit in this game. Like, that slow is just ridiculous. But either way, yeah, Lion, you said it already, was my personal MVP for last game for London Conspiracy. I mean, the rest, they just played along how they're supposed to, but the Lion really made a difference. But I guess he also got, like, a bit maybe unfair spotlight, because he was the only one who came along with some disables by default, and that's why we always looked at him, because he made the crucial hexes and stuns and whatsoever. The others, they didn't have any spells of that kind, so it was kind of hard to put the spotlight on someone else. But let's see now. We have a Bash Lord, we have the Lion, and now the Beastmaster ultimate, which will be very crucial against the Ember Spirit, and you have been right with the picks.
Yeah, that and the Lion's array of crowd control effects. Ember Spirit not going to have a free pass to do whatever he wants, and he's going to have to face up against so many stuns, and these are very hard stuns to avoid. Like, there's one that comes out instantly in the Hex, there's one that goes through BKB in the Beastmaster, and then, of course, Troll Warlord also goes through BKB. It's shorter range, but it's pretty much as promised. Now an Alchemist. So yeah, this is something that London Conspiracy have done 2 days ago, I want to say, or maybe just yesterday. It was a support Beastmaster, support Lion, Troll Warlord mid, and Alchemist core farmer with an aggressive tri-lane. So you had Alchemist, Beast, and Lion up there. And it worked out really well. Alchemist just got out of control nuts farm, and he just rolled over everyone. I don't know if that's going to happen again, but the sample size is 1, and with that 1 sample, it's a win. So London Conspiracy with a pretty solid draft. But BBC, Legion Commander, Scarth Mage, now that's a combo that is tried and true, and that could bring down some of the softer heroes in a hurry.
I don't like this Legion Commander, because, I mean, he's good against the Lion. That's some easy dual damage you can get, but you have to catch him alone, which is very unlikely. It might happen in the mid game, but then later on the Lion will always be, you know, in the backseat of it, and he will watch and then just jump in you. He will rush for that Blink Dagger again, as we saw in game number 1. The Alchemist is actually easy to beat if you catch him without his ultimate on. But if he has his ultimate on and there's any stun, hex whatsoever on the Legion Commander on, or whatever collateral damage is around the whole cloud of fighting, then the Alchemist will prevail in the duel. I'm not even saying anyone will win it, I'm just saying like he will just survive it. simply because that HPS is ridiculous. So I'm not quite sure if the Legion Commander finds something. Not to mention, of course, we have... Wait, how many stuns do we have besides the Bash? That's 3 stuns. Alchemist, Beast, Lion, plus a Hex, and of course the Bashmaster is in there as well. Not to mention the mischance on the axis. So the Legion Commander, he's gonna have a horrible time here.
Yeah, and even if he catches someone like a Beastmaster, then Troll Warlord just could pop his ultimate because it's such a low cooldown, he might as well pop your ultimate. And then Beastmaster, he might go down, given certain circumstances with the Mystic Flare or something like that, but with so much attack speed, he'll put a lot of damage into your Legion before he does go down. So, London Conspiracy, their heroes are not going to go down without a fight, exception being Lion, who is probably going to get picked off more times than one, but BBC, they are very practiced with this hero, so you can't really count them out on that regard. They typically do typically favor picking up heroes that they're comfortable with over heroes that are, quote-unquote, good. Like, we see that all the time when we was on the team. They would pick Meepo into Tidehunters and Earthshakers just because, and they would pick Broodmother into Tidehunters as well, but it worked out for them, so who knows what's going to happen. Earthshaker is a secondary pick. Going to give them a stun of their own, because right now they have a lot of soft disable, but Earthshaker is some really nice hard disable.
Yep, definitely, and I'm looking forward to this Alchemist farm, because I don't know if you played Alchemist after the patch. I mean, where he received the Grievous Creed buff. It's actually ridiculous. Like, you can shut down an Alchemist if you could just give him 5 minutes. 5 minutes in mid game where he gets like some jungle, maybe some ancients, 1-2 lanes, like just some time left alone on this hero, and it's ridiculous. He's I don't know, you lose him from the map, the next time you see him, he's 6-slotted. It's just ridiculous how fast this hero can farm at the moment. So Alchemist is something, I don't know, you should never underestimate. I've seen Caster casting like in DAC where Alchemist was it DAC? I'm not even sure about this, but never mind. I saw casters really underestimating it. They were like, oh, Alchemist, he was so shut down, and then 5 minutes later, the items were just ringing in, and, well, maybe we see something similar here now.
That's really the strength of the hero, is that even though, like, late game, super late game, he does do a pretty good job as long as his chemical rage is up. His real strength, his truest strength, is being able to farm so much faster than everyone else. Like, it's pretty much anti-mage with Battle Fury speed farm as soon as you get those points in Grievous Greed, and that could happen very, very early if you're in the right area. So the Alchemist is going to get a lot of items very quickly. Even if you shut him down, you're probably not going to stop him. You're not ever going to stop him. So BBC, they need some sort of answer. Would have liked them to consider maybe the Ancient Apparition, although I don't know, with Ember Spirit Legion it's going to be difficult. Omniknight is the last pick for LC. Last time I saw them go with this draft, it was Timbersaw's last, but Omniknight just to screw over the Legion Commander a little bit more sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a Repel now, which makes it definitely harder. We have Heal now that really screws with the Legion Commander, on top of what we already mentioned, the 4 picks before the Omniknight. Like, for me, the London Conspiracy draft looks very, very solid, while Balkan Bears, I think they have a harder job on executing. I mean, don't get me wrong, all of these players are good. Like, there's no exception, and all of them are, like, pretty, I don't know, pretty trained in their current team. Like, they have a solid roster, both teams, but when it comes to, I don't know, the skill cap on how to execute this, I think London Conspiracy has like more a straightforward, like, guys, we got that amount of stuns and slows and whatnot, and we just go for it, while BBC, they rely a lot of farm on the Ember Spirit, and the duel has to be in the exact right moment, and I don't know, like, I just think LC has, like, how you call it in English, like, I don't know, less prone to mistakes.
Yeah, it's just easier for them to succeed. So, Legion Commander is going to have a tough time on this bottom lane. But I'm just going to very quickly introduce the London Conspiracy side before we get going with anything else. We got Skanks, once again, playing his line with this skin that looks absolutely awful. These cosmetics look like crap. Madra is going to be playing the Alchemist with Spartan, playing the support Beastmaster. Over towards mid, Keezer is going to be playing the Troll Warlord, and that leaves you Relax on the offlane Omni.
I have to agree. It's the first time I actually look at him. It's looking so retarded.
The wings don't fit at all. They're like too tiny.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell? He looks like some troll. Either way, on the other side we have Massacre here at the bottom rune at the moment. He should not go there because there are 4 people waiting for him. Like, helping him out a tiny bit is now Levy, of course, coming closer. In the mid we're gonna have Miracle on the Invoker. Top lane is guarded by Petrinio and Yapso on the Earthshaker there.
The battle begins.
Alright, so London Conspiracy, something we haven't mentioned about their draft is the fact that they are rather melee heavy. Omniknight.
It is Omni.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The Shackles are going to layer with the Fissure a little bit. He has Repel coming in, but there's the concussive shot. Repel is going to be there, but he's still going to take a couple right clicks. I think he should be fine, unless Pigeonho really wants in on this, which he shouldn't. Omni Knight still is going to be really banged up. Will be forced to salve before anything else. Not a good start for him, but London Conspiracy, they are very melee heavy. Omni Knight, Alchemist, Beastmaster, sometimes Troll. And BBC, they have fantastic heroes at punishing melee heroes. They have the Legion Commander, Earthshaker. The Invoker's amazing, and looks like he's going to go for an Exhort build. Meteor, Deafening Blast, wrecks melee heroes so hard. So in that regard, in general, London Conspiracy, they have an easier time to succeed, but that's going to be a major hurdle for them to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, I think that that play around the top rune was kind of a tiny bit misplay. If that Fissure came out in like a proper blocking fashion, we might have seen our first blood there. But the Omni Knight being lucky, was not blocked in, and therefore he could save himself with Repel under the first tower. Nevertheless, of course, he lost his salve, and let's see how well he's doing in that offlane.
It's probably going to be more of a nuisance than anything else. He has Repel level 1, which means that he's probably not going to die unless he literally gets cornered in with a Fissure and can't move at all. So he's going to be fine to, get experience here and there. He's going to get poked at by the Skywrath Mage. That's pretty much unavoidable, but as far as him getting, any sort of fast items, that's probably not going to happen. Offlane Omni Knight, generally the least impressive that I've seen. I'm actually a pretty big fan of mid Omni Knight. I feel like he doesn't lose the lane that hard ever, and getting a fast Blink Dagger swings the lanes really fast.
To be honest, against Evoker, I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, in general.
Right, yeah, in general, yeah. I mean, the whole point of Omni Knight in the offlane is really that, like, he gets some nice XP out and he's well protected by Repel. Especially against this lane. I mean, if you look what can bring him down, like Fissure, like the concussive shot, or the Searing Chains, everything does matter if you have to Repel on. So, yeah, unless you're blocked in, of course, by the Fissure. That, requires Yapsa to come out with a real nice play.
Yeah, and that's probably not going to happen. It's just so hard to get that angle right. If you do somehow do it, man, you're going to feel like a champion, but outside of that, it's not going to be happening. So Omni Knight up on top lane, not having the best of times. Down towards bottom, Legion Commander having a slightly better time, but really nothing to write home about either. The Madra Alchemist is going to go for a stun in Greevil's Greed build, and he's now going to make it go for first blood. Mass Carry going to get hit by one stun. There is a Hex and a Spike here, which will both land on a Mass Carry. However, he's going to get some cover of the tower. He will fall, though, and Madra's going to draw first blood. That's a bad situation for BBC to be in, especially wasting 100 gold for the Skywrath Mage as well. He canceled a salve. Sunstrike is there, gets the snipe on the Lion. Not terrible for BBC after all, but still not the best after giving first blood to an Alchemist.
There was a heal on the Omni Knight, but he doesn't have a Repel, and now they can just follow him up here. Do we have... Yes, we have a Fissure, so... But they're not committing. They're not committing. This is very interesting. I thought a Fissure blocking him in, and... Wow. Now I'm really surprised.
Maybe they just didn't count his mana. I mean, if he does have enough mana for Purify, he probably doesn't die there. But over towards bottom, Mass Carry once again in a little bit of trouble. He did get to press the attack on himself, but it's going to be yet another kill down his bottom lane. Madra dropping very low. Sunstrike number 2, it's available, and we'll keep our eye on that. But in the meantime, Levi is going to get killed off with the spikes. Skank's also going to be walking away at very low amounts of HP. Madra's salving up, and we see Skank's hugging Spartan, so even if Sunstrike does fall, it will not kill. 2 more kills on the bottom lane for London Conspiracy, and well, we said he had a lot riding on this Legion Commander. She's not going to get much done at all unless she hits level 6 and gets very, very lucky. Vegino's doing fine up towards top, but Alchemist with not only free farm, but Greevil's Greed freed farm is not something you want to give away.
Yep, this is, I don't know, this is really bad news, but oh, in the mid, never mind, the axes are not hitting. That might have been interesting, like a bash on Evoker with the axes hitting him, that really could have done the trick, but axes not hitting, and he was not close enough for bashes. However, we have the Omni Knight coming in, and oh, there it is, the Purify hitting, but this time we get the Fissure we needed, perfectly blocking him out, and that is pretty much survival of Invoker secured.
Yeah, and that's usually the job of the Earthshaker in these types of games. You generally don't see a super aggressive Earthshaker, at least not really the top priority. The top priority Shaker, make sure your allies don't die, and he couldn't do it on the bottom lane because he just wasn't there, but man, when he's there for the Invoker, that is a survival that is really needed. Miracle doing pretty well over in this mid lane, staying even with Kaiser, so no huge advantage being given either way, and he's actually going for power treads on this Invoker. With an Exhort build, I would expect him just hold the gloves and then try to grab a Midas, but seems like he needs a little bit more control and a little bit more tankiness in his lane.
Yep, absolutely, but still, 3-1, London Conspiracy, they're looking way better at the moment. Like, I think they pretty much won all the lanes. Oh, well, never mind. The Omni Knight, there's a repel that should be just fine. But baiting it out, reducing his mana, that's a nice play of Petrinho. You need to keep this Omni Knight out of mana before he gets into a Soaring. Once the Soaring is out, you can pretty much forget about harassing him, because then the HP cost of the Soaring plus what you heal from a like level 4 purification, it's more heal done than HP cost, so he can pretty much stay anywhere he wants.
And that item is going to come for a long time, but bottom lane, Massacre going to get jumped once again. Hex is there, and this time they have level 6. Massacre going to drop a nice overwhelming odds. Sunstrike is there as well, will connect onto Spartan, but that's not the correct target. They really want to go for Skanks. Yapzor's getting chopped down by Madra in the meantime. One more bolt won't kill off Spartan either. 13 HP. Levi getting chopped down by Madra and Skanks, both killing spree for the Lion. A couple more kills for London Conspiracy. Both their supports limping out of there at double digits of HP, but Madra at full, and now he's going to grab a Midas. 2-0-3 Alchemist with 3 points of Grieval's Greed. This is going to be a full-on Alchemist game. He's going to get out of control very quickly. Over towards mid.
Look in the mid.
Ember Spirit doesn't have Fire Remnants.
Oh my goodness. Petrinho, question mark? Fire Remnants, that would have been the easiest kill of his life, but instead the troll finds a regeneration rune, and now he's completely fine. I don't think he can even go for a duel. However, well, he has the bottle, and the chains are there in 2 seconds, but let's see what's actually happening here. I don't think he can go for it, and there will be a rotation. Oh, let's see. Is it enough for a kill? This time it will be enough, but Petrinho has to be careful. There's the ultimate of the troll, and the Lion is quite hitting hard. Now he has the remnants, but no mana whatsoever. It's enough to get away, but that was a huge question mark for me. That remnant could have been such an easy kill.
And I'm not an Ember Spirit player, but I'm pretty sure Fire Remnants is a good skill. Like, I'm pretty sure it's good.
You pick it up at level 6. It's the first time I've seen an Ember Spirit who leaves the lane not going for Remnant. But even if you are in the lane, having a passive Remnant at all cost, or at all times, so you can get out anytime you want, it's absolutely standard. It's the first time I've seen this happening.
The only justification I could see is that if he was in a situation where he really needed one more skill point or something else to get a kill, and he just broke a level, and the enemy's escaping, so he's like, okay, I'm just gonna get another point of chains. I'm going to do the extra damage. I'm going to get the kill, and that didn't happen. So I don't really know why outside of that he would not go for his level 6 ultimate. But you know what? He has it now. It didn't really matter. He got the kill. He got punished a little bit just by having to go back to the base, but he's now back, and we'll just pretend like nothing happened there. So either way, 6-3 right now. London Conspiracy still free farming away as their Alchemist, and Spartan, he's not quite at that level 6 mark yet, but Beastmaster off in the sidelines has the medallion with the axes, which he's probably going to be maxing out with physical damage amplification from Alchemist as well, or physical damage from the Alchemist. This bottom lane is getting more and more dangerous for the LC by the second, especially with Skanks rotating in. Fortunately for the LC, she has a duel soon, but where can she really go to get duel damage?
Like, yeah, besides the dual damage, like for me the Alchemist and the Midas, I think it's a complete waste, like for my taste. But oh, never mind, I get a kill on the Omni Knight after the repel faded. That was unexpected, and that was pretty much, I think all of the remnants used, plus of course Levy in there.
Yeah, they got the silence. And bottom lane, yeah, Massacre going to get chopped down. Bolts coming in from the Skywrath. That's a little bit too late to save their Legion Commander. What is that, 4th death? Yeah, 4th death for the Legion Commander. And up towards top, they get a kill on the Omni Knight. They silence him, drop a whole bunch of spirits onto him. The magic damage combo between Ember Spirit and Skywrath is pretty severe. And even though you don't have a Sunstrike to amplify or to add into that, it's still a lot of damage. But this bottom lane is pretty much just forfeit from BBC. They can no longer afford to send one hero there at a time. They have to jungle with the Legion.
Look at the goddamn numbers of Alchemist. Like, he gets like a double stack, like a triple camp, double stack top, but oh, never mind, mid. There is an engagement already on the troll. He's going down, and now the Lion is running, but oh, it's just enough, absolutely enough. If not that by the Invoker, it would have been the last Scarab Mage Arcane Bolt. Still, look at that Alchemist and look at the numbers. It's just ridiculous.
Kill more things, Alchemist, I want to see. I was watching the kill mid, so I want to see these. Plus 30, yeah. 50 gold for a little ghost thing. Fell Spirit. Seems pretty balanced. And he has Hand of Midas, and he has a Perseverance, so...
And he keeps going. Look at the stacks. He keeps it permanently on 36 stacks, and now he's going for the next camp. So he got 5 camps by now, and he's gonna kill another triple camp. Each and everything, like even the small mobs are worth like 50 or up to 60 gold, and of course the big ones is like the base 70 to 120 gold, plus the bonus you have on Alchemist. It's just ridiculous, and that's why I said, like, why do you go for a Hand of Midas? I don't understand.
Hey, the only thing better than gold is more gold, okay? You get Battle Fury and Hand of Midas, and you are just rolling in it and you can do whatever the hell you want. You know, the only slightly negative thing is that you get 6 slotted too quickly, and then you don't have any more power gains. But I don't really think Madra's going to be concerned with that.
Yeah, well, in the end, he doesn't care, but I'm just afraid that the Alchemist is faster 6-slotted where he has to buy the Midas than he actually could benefit of the Midas. I mean, he got it early up, so it's fine, especially the XP bonus he gets out of it, but still, like, I think he's gonna be so fast farmed up that this Midas has to be sold in 10 minutes.
And, I mean, that's fine. It got him a little bit of extra experience. He's so far being untouched, and it's still a farming item at the end of the day, and he's still farming, so it all fits. Relax over towards top. Might be in a little bit of trouble. He has a high level of repel. It will wear off. Chain's going to land. This is going to be a dual kill onto Relax. Mass Carry claims his first stack of damage, but it might not be for free. Finger of Death, and he will go down. Flare will drop. Skanks will dodge it, however.
Oh,
it's probably worth it, and Invoker... Man, I just keep looking away. I keep on forgetting about the Sunstrike. Lion gets sniped.
Whoppa, on target. Miracle Invoker. It's always a pleasure to like watch this guy. He hasn't left his mid, but he got at least a second kill. And to be fair, like the only reason he didn't get more Sunstrike kills is because LC played it really well in the bottom lane. Like that engagement where they got out with like 2-digit numbers, both of them, Beastmaster and Lion. Like the Sunstrike was split amongst all 3 heroes, otherwise that would have been another Sunstrike kill. So he's like his work in the mid, farming on his own, plus popping like those Sunstrikes, it's working out at the moment for BBC. They reclaim a lot of farm and also experience. At the moment the game is pretty even. 8-8, 12 minutes. The only thing that really worries me is the Alchemist for obvious reasons.
You also got to remember that LC, they haven't really touched the mid lane with anything. Like Spartan has been in his jungle the entire game, and Skanks just made his first rotation up to the top lane, so they haven't touched this Invoker yet. And when they actually do decide that it's time to punish the Invoker, he does have a point of Wex. Maybe he has a chance to Ghost Walk, but LC, they have more than enough burst damage most of the time to kill off the Invoker very convincingly, and they're just buying space to the Alchemist. They're going to go for top, and Master Carry is going to take a roar to the face. Purification Bomb is there, plus everything that Lion has. That's going to be a very, very easy kill on LC. Poor Legion Commander, man. She can't go anywhere. They're going to catch the Absol with a Hex. Purify Bomb will miss, but here comes Keezer from the side. No useful rune here, and it looks like this top lane is going to be threatened, but safe for now. Until Miracle actually rotates in. He has no Cold Snap invoked, though, so Keezer's going to get out of there real quick.
Yeah, at the moment it's really just, I don't know, showing, not letting them commit to the tier 1 tower, that's it. But Lone Conspiracy, I don't think they have enough. They want to go for more because Yaps are alone, especially with a repel on it. What can you do? If the Hex comes out, that's pretty much it, but who needs Hex if you have the Earth Spike? Easy skill of their life, and more people are rotating in. There's the Ember Spirit, but he gets instantly hexed. Where are the Remnants? There is just first a Slide of Fist buying some time. They finally get a revenge kill. There is a duel, another one, and now it's all about the Troll Warlord. He has to run, but with the next overwhelming odds, he's pretty much dead. We have to follow on the left side. There's a Sunstrike hitting for the Lion. Not getting it, but he's stuck there in that corner.
And he's dead.
Yep.
So, London Conspiracy diving at tier 1, probably a little bit too much for them. BBC reinforcing with literally all their heroes, but LC fighting deep within enemy territory with only 4 heroes. Kind of asking for trouble. I guess buying space for Alchemist is nice, and he's farming up a Storm very close to his Shadow Blade now. So maybe he's looking to join the action soon enough, but LC, if they just choose to not make these plays, they get so much more benefit out of them. They're just getting a little bit too greedy.
Yep, like the Alchemist, I mean, what they do at the moment is a 4-on-5, and they do it quite well. BBC just got like a nice strike back here after this mass TP, even though the Ember, and of course that's bad news, he died here. Oh, top, there's a rotation. Oh, but the Tornado is completely off. The Troll is going for it, slowing the Invoker, and now with Repel, he doesn't care, and it's Miracle. He has to get the hell out of there. Force Staff won't help you if you're getting bashed, and now that's the end of the story. If we have a Purification, but he's silenced. What a beautiful silence by the Sky Mage. That would have been an easy kill in the end. Miracle gets out unless the Omni Knight fishes him. There is a finger committed on the Sky Mage, but it's not helping. They're not dead. They both survive. I have no idea how, but they just do it.
And over towards the bottom lane, BBC were fighting with the rest of London Conspiracy, and they came out ahead. The Beastmaster tried to go for an Earthshaker kill before he died, but he ended up going down regardless. So top lane, everyone lives for BBC. They get kills in the bottom lane in the meantime. Yeah, they're going to lose a tier 1 tower up against the Troll Warlord, but that is pretty much unavoidable at this stage for BBC. Overall, a good series of events for them. A little bit more dual damage for Master Carry as well. So far, the Alchemist hasn't really hit a part where he's comfortable in order to join these fights, but that is very, very soon incoming. Once the Shadow Blade comes up, in fact. So LC, they've been fighting 4v5 so far, and it's 11-13. I can only imagine what's going to happen once the Alchemist actually joins the fray. However, he's going to get jumped first of all. He has the ultimate turned on already. He also has Shadow Amulet if he wants to play tricky. Pedrino, he's going to get some backup from the rest of his team, but Double Sport's coming in. Skanks as well as Keezer, both going to get locked down with the chains. They're going to chop forward for Pedrino. Madra, though, going to get stunned. Mystic Flare dropping as well. Duel. Mascara is going to catch Madra, but it might be his duel loss. No, with the backup, that will be a kill on the Alchemist. Spartan coming in too late. Keezer has to disengage. Omniknight a little bit too late to the party. Did he have a TP? It looks like he didn't. So that's a big reason why LC just dropped that fight. Another 2 kills for BBC. A very important kill on the Alchemist.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody dying of BBC. Very valuable. The Alchemist is a tasty, very tasty level 11 kill. So experience is just raining into BBC's hands right now, and that's absolutely what they needed. This actually, oh, look at Pedrino going super aggressive for the Beastmaster, and there's a Sunstrike on top of it that should seal the deal. That is now free for BBC in the last minute we looked at it. That should also guarantee the tier 1 tower bottom, unless LC really decides to defend it. At the moment, they just fortify for the mid tower, but even that tower, I think maybe they even defend the mid one.
It's going to die one way or another, and here comes Madra, invisible, fresh Shadow Blade, going to catch Miracle, but he's going to get force tapped out right into Levi, though. That's going to be a 2-man whirling axis. Keezer dives forward. That's going to be 1 kill. Mascara jumps in, making it maybe 1-for-1, but a Purify Bomb. Mascara going to give damage to Skanks. Watch out for the right-clicking Lion, guys. Pedrino off to the side, can't really afford to get in, and London Conspiracy crashed the BBC side really, really hard. Not only getting 2 kills, but also dual damage taken away, or I guess gained towards the line. And Madra is going to actually be a part of this game now, and he's going to be doing some pretty serious work. He's level 13, he's got the Acid Spray, got maxed out Concoction. He's ready to go, and BBC, I don't know if they're prepared to deal with an Alchemist that has this much net worth.
Well, this is, I don't know, Masakari, I think he got a bit, I don't know, drawn away by the fact that everything was so positive for the last minute, that duel on, I don't know, surrounded by 4 heroes, very optimistic. Now they hunt for the Alchemist, and, well, there's a Shadow Walk up on him. There's no way they can catch him.
And unfortunately for the Alchemist, he doesn't have anything shaking right now. Spartan's going to get Mystic Flared over towards mid after being chained up. This is going to be a fight breaking out. Finger of Death onto Skywrath Mage. That's a kill. Very easily done by the Lion. It's still only level 1 skilled, but my god, Skywrath Mage is not fragile at all. Relax, going to get caught with the Fissure. Chains onto 2. Pedrino going to get warded away by a Spike. Guardian Angel there also. Ultimate spells being used every which way, and I think BBC come ahead in that.
Sunstrike. It was so close to the Omniknight. That might have been a kill. That he was on 388 HP at the time the Sunstrike was hitting. Pretty close to a kill there. Like, we should do the math on this one. But either way, what we missed this fight so far, or like missed the past fights, is Echo Slam. We got it online on a level 9 Earthshaker. We haven't seen it so far. The Guardian Angel pretty much was the call that they go back, which was the right call for BBC. But if the Guardian Angel was on cooldown there, I'm pretty sure Yapsa would have moved in and made a triple Echo Slam, and that might have been really, really bad news for LC.
Yeah, and he does have Miracle right behind him with the Force Staff. Not really the cleanest way to initiate, but it's a way to get in until Yapsor walks right into Spartan Roar, and then Skanks, who has an Impale and a Hex, so Yapsor's dead, and Pedrino messes up with the chain, so he can't even chase forward. It's unfortunately Shaker going down, and actually I didn't notice this before. Pedrino was holding on to a Perseverance. Now he has an Ultimate Orb. Does he really want to go for a Lincoln Sphere? It's a good item in this game up against what he's up against, but he needs damage right now, especially if he's going to get jumped right now. Bet he wishes he has his Lincoln Sphere right about now. He's going to get so much damage. Maybe he has a jump away. He does. But the pig is still on him, and the drum charge is popped. Mana drain, because why not? Here comes Levi to ward everyone else away. It looks like it's going to be Pedrino's escape, and Levi's going to get him out of there. But, man, that Ember Spirit, he now has a Lincoln Sphere, but he's still not doing him that much damage.
What a close call that was. So close. He's so lucky to be alive there. Just a tiny bit more damage, that would have been it. Or if the Skywrath Mage wasn't somewhere in the range, they would have easily gotten him. But this way, just settle for the Yapso kill, and I guess that's fine. Miracle, what is he actually going for? Like, we have a Necro build. Like a traditional, old-school Invoker Necro build. I don't know if I like it or not. I think it's a kind of outdated build. But then again, it's so old that it might be new in this situation now.
It's so old that they just won't expect it. He's already gone for a Force Staff beforehand, which is fine, I think. And I mean, he already used the Force Staff, so now he's going to get roared. Invokes a Tornado, but that's sure as hell not going to help him. Buys the rest of his Necro Book before he dies, so he's going to have that very soon once he comes back up. But, I mean, by the time that happens, mid lane is going to be all but destroyed. The rest of BBC maybe taking down a tier 1 tower in exchange, but that's not a trade that they really want to making at this stage. I have a feeling that Miracle is the type of player that you don't really want to have a Necro Book build with, because that's a very split push, very inactive Invoker. He seems like a type of player who really you need to have him in the middle of things and have him start action.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I really don't like the trade they went for. Also, Massacre now, they don't even finish the tower here. Oh, Alchemist denies the tower. That was such a close call here, but they had to go back, otherwise it would have been just too dangerous. But LC, in the end, if we have a bottom line for the entire thing, they get mid tier 2, they get the Invoker kill, which was a mega kill on him. That's like 500 gold to the Alchemist, and then the Alchemist, after all that's happening, he's just TPing back, denies the tower for BBC. So the gold gained on LC and the gold lost on BBC's side at the moment is just immense. The last 2 minutes was a really sad story for BBC, and they have to pick it up. The problem is we have some items coming soon on LC that make it so hard. Like, Alchemist is gonna finish the Assault Cuirass. We have the BKB, never mind, as I say it, like, it's coming out directly. It's perfect synchronized with them. So BKB now up on the Troll, and look at the gold of the Lion. If the Lion just gets another finger on anyone, he has the Blink Dagger. The Blink Dagger we saw in action last game, and I think that's really bad news for BBC, because Troll is unstoppable, Alchemist with Repel and Ultimate up is unstoppable, and the Lion will get the initiation they need. So that's bad news.
Yeah, and for BBC, what do they have? A Blink Dagger for Massacre to try to get some fights. Pajunho has gone for a purely defensive build on the Ember Spirit, which is, again, Lincoln's is a reasonable item in this game, but Ember Spirit needs to be doing some damage. And Miracle, he doesn't quite yet have his level 3 book, is very close to it. But I feel like the items on BBC, they're just outclassed by what London Conspiracy have, especially once Relax gets a little bit more gold. If he survives a fight, and if he's able to pick up a Zaghanim Scepter, then this Alchemist is going to be running around pretty much without answer. You gotta Deafening Blast him and chain stun him with Earthshaker and hope for the best. But if Alchemist goes for a BKB next, then there's actually just nothing BBC can do about it.
Yeah. The problem is they also have like too many squishy heroes at the moment. I mean, the Earthshaker, sure, he has a nice base strength gain, so even with only Arcane Boots, Smoke, and TP, he's running around with 1000, but I mean, we are 21 minutes into this game. Like, Skywrath Mage is being just popped. If there's, for example, like the Beastmaster coming up on him, Primal Roar, he's dead within seconds. The same goes for the Invoker, regardless of how much HP he has. We saw it in the mid, how fast he dies. It's... let's see. And there's Repel, BKB, Alchemist Ultimate on the other side.
They're going to find Padrino, who instantly zips away. Madra's going to end up stunning himself, so that means no more aggression here. Although Skanks is going to find Padrino, has a Hex, actually already used it. Padrino should be fine, actually. Keezer and Relax going to give chase, but they're instead going to decide to initiate down bottom, maybe? No. Madra can't get an angle there either.
Want to go
Warlord uses ults, that's about it.
Need to restart, okay. That's quite interesting. I mean, BBC knows that they're going here, I guess, into Roshan. Do we have some vision around? Actually, no, there's no vision except for this observer ward, but they see that they went into the Rosh pit. And to be honest, I think they can do this, because the Invoker won't come. I mean, the Invoker with the next 2 last that he gets, which he's gonna get in the current creep wave, he's having his Necro books up, but to be honest, the Necro books at 22 minutes, I don't even know if they have too much of an impact here. Like, I really don't. Like, I just don't see these Necro books at the moment making too much of a difference, except for maybe on the Lion, the Mana Burst, no Finger, etc. That could surely influence the fight. But I don't know, Massacre, he's not tanky at all. He's going for, what, Plate Mail? Yeah, he's going for Plate Mail. We have Chainmail and Robe of Magi up, and, well, 400 gold till the Broadsword. Still, they can't jump into this fight, so Roshan is, I think, definitely option for LC.
And Miracle, as you said, these 2 last creeps are going to give him his Necro book, but he doesn't have a TP to actually get there. So, like, yeah, you have this nice item that you spent all this gold and all this time trying to get, but you can't actually get to the fight to use it. So that's not actually too helpful. And BBC are going to not want to fight without their Invoker. That is just a huge no-no at this point. If they do that, they will absolutely get destroyed. So they need Invoker to kill these creeps and then kill a couple more creeps, maybe these neutrals, and then grab a TP scroll and then try to join the fight. By that time, the Troll Warlord and Alchemist combination with the minus armor they have from the Medallion of Spartan, as well as the Acid Spray of Alchemist, this Roshan is going to be long dead by this point.
And the Assault Cuirass.
Yeah,
like,
and
Roshan,
that too.
Roshan is not gonna have any armor. I mean, by now he's like already getting the -5 from the Assault Cuirass. Acid Spray is cast, like if you mouse over Alchemist, he's already casting the Acid Spray. So by then Roshan will be even getting more damage than a Wisp or a Doom level 1. Because there's no armor, even minus armor on them. Poor guys.
And he's going to have to deal with Troll Warlord bashing. He's going to have to deal with Relax, who's also going to help, you know, anyone who is taking damage. So there is no way that BBC could stall this out except for, you know, maybe throw a fissure and hope for the best. That is going to, like, to help to buy some time for the Invoker to get here. But even if they do, it's not going to be enough. If YapzOr had a Blink Dagger, yeah, I could see this going okay for BBC if they stall out enough for Invoker to arrive. But he doesn't even have that. I think they have to concede Roshan and maybe just put Miracle up on this top lane and try to split push as best they can for the upcoming minutes. But as it stands right now, LC, they're in a perfect position to take Roshan, and it seems like they will be able to claim it.
Yeah, and also the items I've been talking about that will come out soon by LC or already have been coming out. This Roshan will secure it. Like this Roshan or a good fight around Roshan that will pretty much be, say, for example, Lion's Blink Dagger. And also, like, how can, like, from what angle could BBC, for example, like, fight this Roshan? If they go through the river, the Beastmaster will just stun the first 2 targets and they will get obliterated. We also have Guardian Angel, which means the Ember, for example, won't do too much. Just the magical damage will, I don't know, have some sort of effect. But who do you have to go for? There will be a Repel target, there will be a BKB target. Lion is in the back lines, like you won't even get there with a Mystic Flare and you need a setup for him anyway. Invoker is not there, so for me this Roshan is pretty much given. I mean, we can analyze the situation as much as we want, but like my vote is BBC. They should not go for this Roshan because it's gonna end badly. It's gonna end in a massacre plus a Roshan and Aegis for LC.
Yeah, it's just not worth their time right now. And I guess the only thing good going for them is that Madra's ultimate is mostly down, so you have a small window of time where the Alchemist isn't as strong as he can be, but I don't think BBC should be going for this one either. Seems to be a little bit too risky, unless they get a silence on Relax. That could change things in a hurry, but yeah, it's probably not going to be that great. Either way, we're still waiting for Pedrinho to come back into this game. We pretty much talked about the items. I don't think there's anything else that's noteworthy. YapzOr has said a little bit far away from his Blink, and Skanks is almost exactly at the same position. So Blink Daggers from either side, but London Conspiracy, they are also getting a couple of levels. We have yet to see a level of Inner Beast from Beastmaster. Once he has that, with the Troll Warlord ultimate and Alchemist's ultimate, things get really, really fast. Like Alchemist, I think last game it was 0.22 seconds per attack, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. 0.2 seconds on level 2, like base attack damage down to a second for the Alchemist. He gets, how much does he get? He gets 180 attack speed from the Battle Trance. He gets 145 from the Inner Beast. Favor is coming on top of that. If he has 4 stacks, that's plus 32, 34. And what else is there? I think that's pretty much all the sources.
Time reduction with Chemical Rage, which does something with the math or something, which amplifies all of that. It's some sort of coefficient. I don't exactly know how the attack speed.
Oh, and AC. AC is plus 20 as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna attack really fast. I mean, if he gets a basher, it's all over. Mystic Flare is thrown and misses completely. So now they officially can't do anything. They kill off a Hawk. So I guess, you know, they could do whatever they want and be hidden in the process. Levi's going to get hexed by Skanks. No Finger of Death mana, unfortunately, before Skanks has to let them go. Pedrinho going to set up for Chain, Sunstrike on a Spartan, dropping him very low, but the stun goes the way of Levi. 1 punch from Madra, and then 1 axe throw from the Troll Warlord, going to claim 1 kill. In the meantime, Invoker gets his level 3 Necro Book up, but the Aegis already claimed, and it's going to be wielded by the Alchemist. Another 2100 gold in the bank. I think LC, they could not only take this Roshan, but they could also probably go for this tower push.
Yep, absolutely. 17 and 70, but guys, don't look at the score, because at the moment LC, they definitely have the advantage. There's no other way to describe it. Like, H is up on their side, the items, the crucial items for the fights are there, and we have some crucial items still to come out for BBC. I mean, YapzOr is still looking at a Blink Dagger to be acquired, but I mean, Jesus, he's so far away still. Maybe that Invisibility Rune might help to engage, but the problem is it was seen by the wards of LC, so they know that's coming. They get the tier 2 tower. Well, Miracle's at least trying to do something, working on a tier 2. The problem is they're gonna face tier 3 already.
Pop the Troll Warlord ultimate. Do it, Keezer, do it. He's dropping very low very quickly. Has a BKB, is forced to pop it purely defensively. Says, screw it, I'm going to go for the tower instead, as Padrino's doing what he can. Guardian Angel is there for reasons, and then, you know, that happened, and Ember Spirit's still trying to poke away. Spartan looking for a roar, will land it onto Padrino. Here comes the Meteor. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. Yapsor going to get there with a nice Echo Slam plus Fissure onto 4. It's too late to save the Raxes, though, because Keezer and Madra were being ignored the entire time. Duel onto Keezer, but Mascare's going to get obliterated in the process. Tornado's going to fly, connecting only to Madra, who's still, by the way, at full HP. Going to turn around, shake a potion, perhaps, throwing it towards Levi. He still has the Aegis. He's popped the secondary Chemical Rage now. There's no point for LC to stay here any longer. They're going to back off, but man, free damage for the Troll Warlord. That's probably the worst case, except, you know, maybe the Alchemist is a little bit worse, but this Legion Commander is not going to do anything anytime soon with her duels.
This is really bad news. Massacre is just not getting into this game at all. They lose to Rax. I mean, they were lucky. For example, Petrinio survived with like, what, 50 or 80 HP or something, but the problem is LC, they're unstoppable. Like, Guardian Angel popped and no Cliff. That means they automatically get a Rax. Even if they all 5 wipe, they don't care because they only have to do that 2 times more. That's it. Twice more and they're done with the base. Mega creeps. And there's nothing BBC can do, like with BKBs on, with all the ultimates on, with all the stuns that stall some time, and not to mention the Guardian Angel. It's just complete overkill, and LC, they will do it, but before that, they will get Yapsor. He has his Blink Dagger, but the Lion also has a Blink Dagger, and that guarantees this kill.
The right clicks from Lion so fast. He didn't have an Assault Cuirass, but he's dishing. All he needs is a Mjolnir, and LC are golden. They're going to blink forward. Impale's going to land, and Troll Warlord is going to jack another kill from Skangsu. Man, last game, you said like we kind of gave him a spotlight because he was the only one with Disable. But he's still performing in this one. He's everywhere where he needs to be, and with 2 heroes down, they know that there's still no Echo Slam for a very slim timer, 45 seconds. In fact, Madra's going to grab a heart and still has the Aegis. There's nothing stopping this Alchemist. Pop the ultimate Troll. I want to see it. He's going to jump in for Miracle instead. Finger of Death, and there goes your Invoker. No Necro Book for you. Now Mascare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. He's down and out. They're going to back up and go for the tower. This feels like GG.
Yep, it definitely feels like. I mean, there's one more cliff they can work with, but these mid-raxes, they're gone. Like, the ultimates are cooling down in 10 seconds, but you have the Guardian Angel. And who's supposed to stop him? I just don't see it happening. Nobody can really stop them. Look at it. They work on the Meteorax, and even though the Alchemist is getting some damage right here, there's no detection whatsoever. Now there's the Sentry Ward. They see him, but he just doesn't care.
Guardian Angel, and now, well, Deafening Blast Meteor going to kill the Beastmaster and her, but Keezer jumps in, kills the Invoker in response. Padrino gonna get hexed up. He has a jump out, and a nice Echo Slam from Yapsor onto everyone, killing off 2, but those are not the 2 you want to be killing, because Madra and Keezer are still alive, and Madra, he's chasing forward for more. There's a 1v3 going on in the base, and Madra, he could even stun himself and just be fine, but instead he's gonna go for Levi, chop him down out of the air, and then go for more. Can they do anything about this Alchemist? They've been right-clicking him for so long. They're going to have an opening when the Chemical Rage is down, but just like that, Alchemist is going to peace out with the Shadow Blade. That's 2 Raxes down, or 1.5 Raxes down in favor of London Conspiracy. Yapsor delivering with the Echo Slams, but it's a little bit too little and it's a little bit too late, because now only 1 lane stands between LC and victory.
And it's the same situation like last game. London Conspiracy, like they farm the game, looks fairly even, and at some point they just go get 1 lane a Rax, and then BBC is like back to normal game mode. 1 or 2 of them get picked off. In this case it was Yapsor, and of course the Skyrive Mage here. And from there on it just goes downhill, like absolutely downward spiral for them all the way. And this was the opening they needed. The funny part is, like Legion I say, LC, London Conspiracy, it didn't even look like they wanted to go for like direct mid push, but they were like, hey, 2 supports are down, we can't get a better opening. And yeah, BBC just opened their gates to this base push.
And Alchemist, it's 27 minutes into the game and he's almost 6 slotted. Like, he might want to replace the Shadow Blade, travels, you know, minor things, but once he gets that Abyssal, like, he's gonna actually just perma-stun people. It's gonna be disgusting. And they already can't kill him, and now they have to focus him. It's not like they could have ignored him beforehand. And now there's even the Guardian Angel support from across the map. Oh, what's the attack speed timer at? I don't even care who's dying. 0.39. That's a little bit disappointing, but he doesn't have the Chemical Rage up. He's in the meantime going to assassinate the Skywrath Mage. And BBC, they have an Echo Slam in 30. In 30 seconds, I'm sure their tier 3 will be dead. And maybe a little bit more if LC really want to go for this, but this is a messy situation for BBC for sure. LC, they could just
also
chill
look
right
at
here.
Padrino. Like the sleight of fist without without cleave, it feels like just poking him. I mean, he has a Linken's, Aquila's face boots, and 2 Mithril hammers, which is, I guess, supposed to be a Desolator, but without cleave, it just feels like a joke. I mean, Pacino is not dishing out any damage. Masakari, like, he has nothing. He does more damage with the plate mail than he could ever imagine to get from himself. I just don't know where this one is going. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Madra is going to get repelled. Chemical Rage is up. I just want to see how fast he attacks with the Troll Warlord ultimate. Use it. He's going to throw the stun the way of Padrino, but Madra is... There it is. What is it at? Yep, 0.23 seconds per attack. He's doing a hell of a lot of damage also. Tower is down. The base on the other lanes is getting ravaged by these creeps. And BBC, they pop the Necro units. And just like that, London Conspiracy fall back. Not because they need to, but because they can. They have the bird in the air, and Smoke Up is here from BBC. Yapzor, he is going to be pretty much the only fighting chance for BBC, along with a Miracle, both the hero and just a Miracle.
They need to fight outside, but LC, they're waiting for them. They're waiting behind the trees, and oh my god, Levy is the first one. There should be a stun on either or, never mind. Yapsa, they found him. That's an easy kill. A completely wasted Guardian Angel, sure, but why not? Like, they have all the time in the world. Petronio, you can stall some more time, but he's even getting bashed down. No way there. And Levy is going to be the next target. The stun is already flying. He's definitely going down. Never mind. The Tornado buying some more time, but look at it. They just run through the Mystic Flare like it's nothing. Like it's just like a little cookie patch. That's it. Last Rex. GG.
Man, this is the second time that I've seen this London Conspiracy Troll Alchemist Beastmaster strategy work. The attack speed does get pretty ridiculous, and I don't want to say that that in itself is what won them the game, but it certainly was impressive in the process. Well played by everyone from London Conspiracy, and they're going to 2-0 BBC and move forward to the finals of the Division 1-2 playoffs to face up against unknown right now. You don't really know who's up there, so they're going to be chilling. London Conspiracy really impressing me as of late, and well, BBC, they're going to take a 0-2, and well, they'll be back in the losers bracket eventually, I think.
Yep, and that's pretty much the end for us today. It was a very long day. We have been casting the DAC the entire night, and we're going to continue with this. The next 2 days, DAC, also you're going to see the 4th game, which is not covered by Beyond the Summit. You're going to see it here on HeflaTV. The Brighton League is going to continue tomorrow with Black, Moscow 5, Yellow Submarine. Like pretty much the Group A playoffs are starting there, or playoffs, group stage, I mean. And of course, there will be here and there some jDL games we try to mix in. But yeah, HeflaTV 1 and HeflaTV 2, the channels will be glowing. They will be running hot for you guys. So, of course, you're welcome. Follow us if you like it. My name is HeflaMog, but you don't need to remember me. I'm not important. More important is Michael Loras, awesome caster here. You're going to hear a bit more of him tomorrow then. And, of course, today in the night, 5 a.m. starting CET time, DAC. So, hope to see you there.
Yeah, guys, we got content coming. Be sure to follow the streams. Be sure to follow our social media, Twitter, Facebook.com/HeflaTV. Get notified when we're going live because we are going to be going live a lot. But that's it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to be it for us today. And, well, hope you guys enjoyed it. GG.